That is my man.
5 years.
I'm not arguing with you over your daddy. I'm not. That is my man.
I don't
my
care.
man. My
It's
man.
my
man.
last name.
I don't care. This is stupid.
He was my dad before he was your wife or your husband or whatever he is.
If you could switch roles with me for a day, oh my God, what's the first thing you would do?
I would take off my screen time on my phone. I would go into your phone and I would ask Dad, because you don't even know it. I would have to ask Dad and I would be like, okay, what's the password? If I was you, I'd be like,
give yourself more screen time?
What's the password for your daughter?
That's not how I talk. So you would give yourself more screen time?
Yes.
That's the first thing you would do?
Yes.
That's rude. Here. All right. All right. It says, oh, what do you love most about me as a parent?
Oh, okay. I like that you're really thoughtful. Oh. And you're always thinking of everyone in the family. And you're really creative. And I feel like you're always like inspiring everyone to like do something. Oh, don't cry.
Oh, I wasn't. Like, I was smiling.
To like do something more with like their lives. I don't know. I feel like you're always like inspiring people to like push more.
Oh, thanks, babe. Here, put that over there, please. Your turn.
My turn. How did you feel when you learned you were becoming a mother? Honest answers only.
Oh, God.
Well, that's interesting.
We already know. I was super scared. I wasn't planning on becoming a mother. I had sex with your father, and I got pregnant. That's why you should never have sex, because you get pregnant when you have sex. So don't do it. And I was not ready. I was, living in New York, working as a ballerina and teaching dance, and that's what I wanted to do. So I was just super scared and nervous, but I do feel like there was like a calm that came over me because, my sister, she passed away a year before you were born. So I definitely felt like she was a part of that pregnancy, like it was meant to be, because I was told prior to that I would never have children.
Really?
Yeah. Never got pregnant before because I never had sex before because I was an angel. But that's why.
Well, that's a lie. But okay.
It's definitely the truth, but you don't know my body.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, do you feel heard and understood?
Yes.
Really?
I do.
By me and your dad?
Yeah, I really do. Like, I think that sometimes, like, I struggle because I feel like people won't understand me when I'm expressing myself, but it's not like specific to the household or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like out of like all of my friends and everyone I know, I do feel like I go to you first for advice because because you listen the most, and I feel like you actually understand what I'm saying without like making me feel bad. And also people talk a lot, and you don't have anyone to tell, so I just feel like no.
I see what you're saying. Like it's safe with me.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell my school friends because they're gonna go. So
I mean, I do have people to tell, honey, but I just keep your secret.
Okay. What are you gonna tell?
The mama's dead. Put that down.
Okay. My turn. What's the biggest lesson I've taught you?
So being your mother, as in like giving birth to you and having you, like what I've learned from that role has been to release. But then when I got to know you as a person outside of like just my baby, when you decided that you didn't want to do ballet anymore and you wanted to do karate, I think the biggest lesson I learned in that moment was that you are your own person, and that the best way for me to be your mother is to allow you to be who you want to be.
Yeah.
And it just was really beautiful to see you blossom and skip belts and do all of those things. And in that moment, I was like, wow, like she knows what she needs and what she wants for herself. Like my role is just to support her and not tell her what to do, but like allow you to tell me who you are and who you want to be. That's definitely the biggest lesson I learned, and now I carry it into your sisters, like not forcing them to be somebody. You know what I mean? I forgot. Okay, what's a rule I have that you think is silly? I already know the answer to that.
What am I gonna say?
Answer it.
Okay, I think that not letting me wear makeup is a little bit silly, just because like I think I would understand if I was trying to leave the house in like a full beat every day, then I would be like, okay, but like I just try to wear like mascara.
The reason why I don't want you wearing makeup at 15 years old is because I want you to learn to love yourself the way you are. And then as you get older, if you want to put on some mascara and you want to do all these things, that's cool, but it's mostly for you to learn to love yourself and look at yourself every day the way your face actually looks, and to be happy with that, and introduce yourself to the world as you are, so that when someone falls in love with you and all of these things, like it's for your face, Do you
But why
understand
does
what I'm
like
saying?
wearing makeup have to make me like someone
Because
else
your lashes don't
entirely?
look like this. See how my lashes look? Your daddy know what I look like. He know I look like a little boy without them, okay?
But-
so now he gets a surprise like, oh, a different wife. But he already knows that his wife is a little boy when she takes these lashes off. And he loves me for that. And he married me for my little baby lashes, not for these fake ones. But you're more than welcome to do it at home and play in it and, you know, like perfect your craft. But my rule's not changing even though you think it's silly. Thank you. Okay.
What about me inspires you?
Oh, you know what I love about you is that you don't really care about a lot of stuff. Like you're very laid back and casual. And I was a little more high strung than you, like as a teenager, but you're just super chill. And you're also very, very creative, and you have a lot of talents that I wish I had. Like you can draw, and you have like a photographic memory, and you're just really smart and beautiful. And I love all of these things about you. You're like a better version of me.
I wouldn't say that.
I would, and you're cuter. But that's what every mother wants. So what about me inspires you?
I would say you're really, really hardworking. And something that I feel like you have that I don't have, that I'm like working on getting though, is that you're really independent, but you also know how to be codependent, if that makes sense. Like you have a really good balance of like, okay, I can do this by myself, but you also don't have like too much pride to the point where you're like afraid to ask for help or something. Like I feel like it's annoying when someone is so prideful that they can't ask for help, but I feel like you know that like, okay, I can do this and I can do this, but this I need a little bit more help with, or this someone can do better, so I'm just gonna ask for help. And I feel like that makes you appear very like mature and like a good leader, and like you're very smart.
Thank you, baby. I do want to let you know that it took me a long time to get there. When I was growing up, there weren't a lot of people to help me. So I kind of developed that like super independent attitude. But then when I met your father, actually, he made me feel really safe to ask for help, and he's always showed up for me. So I just want you to have that, but also don't wait until you're like 30 something to figure out like ask for help. Literally, that's why me and your dad are here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, what's something that I do that annoys you?
I think something you do that annoys me is, okay, two things.
Oh, what?
No.
Okay,
listen,
go ahead,
listen.
go ahead.
Okay, the first one is I don't like when you won't punish the girls when they do something that is obviously wrong.
Okay.
And then you'll be like, Amirah, but they're so young and innocent.
I do not say that.
Yes, you do.
That is a lie. Okay, hold on, player. I have never said those words. I have said.
Okay, that's a, you know, an exaggeration.
Thank you.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, when they do something and you're like, well, Amirah, they're so young and they don't understand.
Okay, but
it's something that's, like,
I don't correct
obviously-
them?
You do, but then it's like, then you get mad at me for trying to correct them.
Because that's not your job, you're their sister.
I know,
You
but
just need to be
like,
their sister and I will be their mother, because this is the thing. The reason why I say that is because I don't want you mothering your siblings. I want you guys to have a sister relationship. Let me be the bad guy. Let me mother them. Let me discipline them so that you guys always have that connection. Because me and your dad are older than y'all. Y'all will be together longer than you will be with me and your father. So I want you always to have that safety within each other and feel close. Like, I have her back, she has my back. Let me and your dad be the mean guys. It should be y'all against us.
I know.
Like, I want that. So if you're disciplining them, they're gonna put you in a parental role, and then they're gonna ice you out, and they're gonna have their sister bond, and you're already 7 years older than them. So because you're older, like, I don't want them having a whole relationship without you and doing stuff, going on trips and not including you because they're like, oh, well, she's like another parent. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm getting after you for disciplining them. I'm just thinking of you and y'all's relationship after me and your dad. Do you know what I mean? But also you're older than them. And that is something that you have to recognize. Like, they are children. And even if you get upset with them, you were 5. You were annoying. You used to do the same thing to me, ask me 5 million questions. And I want you to give your sisters grace and kindness. Like, they annoy you because they love you. They want to be in your room because they love you.
Right.
They want to wear what you're wearing because they love you. And so I'm saying that to you so you have gentleness with them and recognize, like, what you deem as annoying, that's love. Like, they just want to be like you, and you should feel honored by that.
I do. It's not even about like disciplining them. It's more so just like when I'm trying to say something to them and you immediately flag it as like, oh, you're being really mean to them.
Because you are your tone.
No, but there are times when I'm like talking to them calmly and then they'll go complain to you and be like, Amirah was screaming and yelling at us and Amirah did this. And in reality, I was just talking to them like, Azara, can you please not do this?
Okay,
I'll ask
work
her
on
10
that.
times and then you won't come in until it comes to the point where it is heated.
Well, I also like to try to let y'all resolve stuff on your own.
I do, and then
but I will work on
start
it.
acting like fools.
Okay, I will work on it. You just remember they're younger than you. You were once that age. Have a level of grace with them, because I don't pop off at you every time you do something. Like, I think because me and your dad don't whoop you and don't yell at you, you think that you were perfect. You weren't.
No, I know.
Like, we just love you, and so I want you to use that as an example. Like,
how
the love that you got as a child, give it to your sisters, because you were also irritating. Just so we're clear. But I mean, you don't have to yell at everybody about that.
Yeah, I know.
Now, what's the second thing, child?
Okay, the second thing is not as serious.
Okay.
But you know how you're always like, I'm AC1 and I'm number 1 because we have the same initials.
Okay.
But you always try to make it seem like you're AC number 1, because if we both write down our initials, you're like, well, we have to have a number to differentiate ourselves.
Amirah.
I swear I'm AC1 because I had the last name Chea before you. I was born before y'all were married. I am AC1. I'm AC1, and then you write me as 2.
So you want me to be AC2?
Yes.
That is so disrespectful.
Why? I had it first. I'm serious.
No.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. That is my man.
5 years.
I'm not
before
arguing with you over your
married.
daddy. I'm not. That is my man.
I don't
my
care.
man. My
It's
man.
my
man.
last name.
I don't care. This is
He was
stupid.
my dad before he was your wife. Or your husband, or whatever you
He actually was your dad before he was my husband. Okay, fine. You win. Whatever. What part of my life before I had you are you most interested in?
I feel like your childhood, like I think that I know a lot about your childhood, but just like more of like your high school experience, because I don't know, I want to like compare it to mine. Like,
really?
Is what's happening to me crazy? Or does this happen to like, did it happen to you too? But like, I don't know, I just feel like it would be more interesting. And also your relationships before dad, even though you try to pretend like you were the Virgin Mary Christ before you met him.
I was.
Okay. You had no other boyfriends before him?
I did. I told you that. I
Okay.
had one boyfriend prior to your father, and it was from when I was 14 until I was 21 years old, which is why I do not want you dating, because it was a complete waste of time. And I tell you about that as much as possible. I will tell you more as you get older. But I mean, I feel like high school was very similar. I tell you that all the time when you're telling me about stuff that's happening. Like, I don't even remember 90% of the people I went to high school with.
Yeah.
And I tell you that all the time. Like, it seems such like an insular situation, and like this is your whole world. It's literally only 4 years of your world. Like, the rest of your life, you will be an adult. Like, this is very like a blip in your existence.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm always telling you, like, just be chill. Like, this stuff seems like such a big deal. It really doesn't matter. You're not even going to talk to most of these people anymore. So, I mean, that is why I always tell you that. But as far as my high school experience, it was very wild. I went to a very hood school and people were getting beat up every day. And like, it was very crazy. But I mean, I had a lot of fun, you know, but I don't know. I'm not going to talk to you about my ex-boyfriend right now.
Well, I'm not like overly interested in it. I think like more than anything, I just wanted to know, like, I don't know, like what was your life like before that? I don't know.
Oh, it was very fun and free. No, actually, my life is better with your father. When I was in high school, though, you know, I was raised like very, very strict.
Yeah.
Stricter than you think I'm strict. Like my mom was worse. She used to pop up at me at school. Like I literally would be in math class and she'd be like at the door, like just making sure you were in school. Exactly. So it was like really strict, and I came from homeschool, like how you were homeschooled until high school. I did the same thing. I think it was like a little bit of a culture shock because I grew up in a community that was like very focused. We all had the same like values and rules. And so when I went to high school, obviously it was like a mixture.
So many different people.
Yes, everybody and everything. And it was very jarring for me. And I didn't have a lot of fun. So I like didn't go out with my friends. I came home every day. I used to work 2 jobs. So I literally would get out of high school, go to work and work 2 jobs until like 11 p.m. I was an adult, like a very young age. And that's why I'm always telling you, like, I know you want a job, but I'm like, your job is to get good grades and to have fun, because I didn't get that chance. Like I was paying bills and doing all of these things at the age of 14 that, like, you know, you shouldn't necessarily have to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get to experience like being a child and having a free
Freedom?
life. No, not at all. And that's why I'm always trying to make sure that you have those experiences, because I think about that often. Like, I have never been alone.
Yeah.
I went from living with my mother to living with my then boyfriend to then moving to New York and having roommates to then moving with your dad. And now I have 5 other people that live in the house with me. So I just want you to have that independence and to be free and not tie yourself down to somebody, because you have the rest of your life to do that.
Yeah.
My lady.
What's your favorite memory of us?
It would have to be when you were little. You were just a little more carefree, and I always want you to tap back into that. But it's when we used to travel all the time with your dad, and it was
Like the car trips?
Yep, just the 3 of us, and we would go on road trips, and we would like sing the whole way in the car while your dad would just be like driving with his like headphones on and not listening.
And his little call.
On his work calls, and we would be singing and loud, and we would like go swimming all the time at all the hotels while your dad was working, and just like explore cities. And this is just like the most precious moments to me, because it was just the 2 of us.
I know.
Like all the time. Okay, let's see. What's a phrase I say often?
No.
That's your
That's
dad.
Dad.
I was gonna say that is not me.
Actually, I would say yes. I feel like you're like the yes person in the household, but like, yeah. I feel like you're always pretty open to things. Yes. But
Okay. Doo-doo. Your turn.
last one. If you could switch roles with me for a day, what's the first thing you would do?
Oh, wake up on time.
What?
Yeah. And then then unload the dishwasher on time. And then be at school on time.
I am at school
You're
at
not, you're
time.
late every day.
I'm not.
Okay. And then I would tell the truth when someone tells me that I'm doing something. I wouldn't say that I'm not, even though it's clear that it's happening.
Okay.
So those are the things that I would do.
I just feel like that was not.
It's the
kind.
truth. It wasn't kind.
No, I am on school.
Okay. I
am.
have a text message that says your daughter was late today. Okay.
How
Yeah.
many?
A lot. Every day.
Okay.
All right.